Hello everybody to the next episode of Feasting with Ege. This episode we are making a good nice mushroom risotto, for which you're going to need to get a good spoon. For this spoon we want a flat end one where you can really get to the corners of the pot, and if you don't have a wooden one you can just use a plastic spatula if you want as well. We are also going to start warming around 2.5 cups, which is close around 500 milliliters of chicken stock. Remember to stir your stock occasionally just to make sure that it's not burnt at the bottom. For the whole recipe, you'll need around one onion, 250 grams of mushrooms, a lot of Parmesan cheese, 500 grams of risotto, about half a cup of white wine, and about a tablespoon or two of butter. Now first, you're going to want to turn on your heat on your pot, on both of them, just to keep the stock warm as well. Then you're going to want to add in your butter. Keep that moving just to get it all melted first. Once that's gotten nice and foamy, we're adding in our one finely minced onion. You could do it in bigger chunks if you want, I just like mine like this. Keep that moving until it gets some nice color and it becomes nice and golden brown. Now at this point, before adding any liquid, we're going to add in the actual rice, 500 grams of risotto rice, usually arborio, that we have washed. We're going to want to toast the rice along with the onion until it gets to the point where you can slightly the edges are becoming slightly translucent, similar to an ice cube, as you can see there. At this point, you're going to want to add your white wine, around half a cup, maybe a bit less worth, just to give it some flavor. You cannot have a good risotto without white wine. Now keep mixing that until all the alcohol is cooked off, around 5 minutes. Then afterwards you're going to start adding your chicken stock, but not all at once, slowly, 1 to 2 ladles at a time. Now once you've added that, start mixing around your risotto. You're going to want to keep mixing it until you can drag your spoon across the bottom of it and see across the bottom of the pot and still see the bottom. Keep adding more stock until you have added around 2.5 cups, which is close to half a liter. Keep mixing until your rice is saturated, and then after that you will move on to the next step. The next step is to add the actual mushrooms. You could saute them with the onion earlier on if you want, but I like it this way because it actually lets the mushrooms keep their earthiness and juice, and it really enhances the flavor of the mushroom instead of it being lost in the onion. You're going to want to season this with salt and pepper, plenty of it. Make sure that you do not use salted chicken stock so you have more control over the seasonings. Now for the next step, we're just going to add a ton of Parmesan cheese. You don't have to use Parmesan, you can just use Gran Padano if you don't want to spend too much. Just add a lot of it. There's no real measurements to this. It's really around a small mound of it will be enough, just to make sure that your risotto is nice and sticky. Now once that's become nice and sticky, it is ready to serve. So you're just going to scoop some up and put it into a bowl. Be careful not to overcook the risotto, as a risotto that has turned to a mush does not please any crowd. Once you have it in a bowl, you can also optionally garnish with some lemon. not the juice, just the rind. And that is the perfect risotto for your evening.